When I wake up early, I wash my hands and face and feet and arms, and I pray. And after I pray, I go to the gym, or I work out in my basement, but I like going to the gym better. And I start off there. I need to work out in the gym, and every day that I work out, I feel 10,000 times better than the days that I don't work out. And if I get to pray and work out on the same day, those are the best days that I have, because I need to be physically strong and spiritually strong to deal with all of the obstacles and demons that are out here, that's for sure. I worked out and went to the gym, came home, got ready for the day, came back down here to City Hall. I was supposed to have a meeting in the morning with NJIT around smart cities and smart city growth. That meeting got canceled at the last minute, and I had opportunity to get myself together in my office to think about things for a little while, and those are good opportunities for me to pause a little bit and contemplate the day and the day before and figure out what I have to do, because sometimes the days run into each other, and I don't get a chance to think about what's going on after boom, 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 one thing after the other. I thought I had a lot of time, but I didn't, and immediately I had to go out, and I went to 1 Theater Square for the topping off of the new building that's down there. 50 years we haven't had a high-rise construction in the city of Newark. That's the first high-rise construction, residential high-rise construction we've had in the city over 50 years. Market rate plus some affordability in it as well, which made it great. It was beautiful to see Newark residents working on the site there, and to see all of the folks excited about what's happening. And to me, it represents a change in direction that the city has been going in for a very, very long time. And a lot of people are afraid of that change. They're afraid of the change because we've been used to the same situation for a very, very long time. So trying to manage that growth, to let people know, one, we deserve the growth. The people that have been in this city for 40, 50 years, we deserve better quality of everything, and we need to fight to get it. But we also have to balance it with affordability and other opportunities so we can actually enjoy and experience what's happening in the city. And there's a way that we can have both, and I'm going to always fight for both.
Newark is on the move, Newark forward. There's no way we're going backward, forward ever, backward never. Thank you for all the people that participated in this today. God bless you all.
I left there and went directly to the Homeless Coalition meeting.
Okay. What floor y'all going to?
So,
Oh, you going to 2? We're going to 2. How you doing?
how about
How
that?
you doing?
Good.
We're all going to
We're
two.
all going to the same meeting.
Is that right?
I'm going up higher, but
I'm going to take the opportunity to reintroduce to all of you our illustrious mayor, Mayor Ras Baraka. He's going to share his office.
Thank you. I just came to see what was going on. They made a big production. Dr. Wade is always clean, though. I tell you that. So I just left 1 Theater Square, which is the building across the street from NJ Pack. That is, they're putting their last beam on it, and probably the first high-rise building that's gone up in the city since 50 years. There's going to be luxury apartments, but also some affordability in there as well. And I'm saying that not to, toot my own horn about what's going on. I'm saying that because it juxtaposes against what we're talking about today. As the city is developing, is moving forward very fast, there are a lot of people who are not going to be running at the same speed as the city is running at, right? There's obviously, when you build a city, you also have to build its people. I'm ecstatic about what you guys are doing here today. I want to thank you, thank everybody, thank Kim for harassing me to get here today, because that's what she did. She Mayor Ras, she met me in the hallway of City Hall, waited for me by my car, all kinds of things. I'm about to file a police report. But she got me here, and you know, that type of persistence is what we need, though, and that commitment. So thank all of you. I'm sure there's hundreds of people in this city, thousands, that we have over 1,000 homeless folks, you know, in this community that appreciate and are going to appreciate the work that you're doing here today. I certainly do. Thank you. Was that Shannon?
Yes. Oh, where are you? You just missed the dynamic.
Have some water.
Come on, be somebody now.
What's up?
Mayor, phenomenal. 5 minutes and it changes everything. Bring you some water.
From there, I had another meeting where I had to come and talk about healthcare. I came in here and had a meeting centered around the healthcare issues of the city, healthcare costs.
Oh no, I was on my way up there.
Oh, you are?
We're trying to pay the people back.
Yeah.
But the reality is we needed a broker. And we tried to get a broker and, you know, it didn't, council didn't vote for it, so we had to try to do all of this ourselves. We still are trying to get a broker.
Right.
And we are trying to move into self-insurance, which is what we wanted to do anyway. And so we're probably going to try to start self-insurance through the pharmaceutical, through the prescription stuff first.
Or being fully insured with Horizon through the state, you don't get the benefit of rebates for your prescriptions. You don't get the benefit of the Medicare D reimbursement because the state maintains all of that money. And just like Horizon under your fully insured plan, they controlled all of that money and did not provide any of those reimbursements or anything.
Occupy the Block is always refreshing for me. It gives me an opportunity to hang out in the community on the block, to see people face to face. We've done this twice a week for 3 years, nonstop. So we've been all parts of the community, mostly in very difficult areas in the city. So a lot of people may not have seen us on their block. And that's a good thing. You know, it's a good thing in the sense that is, you know, in some instances is nothing really terribly bad happening or wrong in your community, but we get ready to expand it so we get an opportunity to go to other neighborhoods that might not get an opportunity to see us as often.
You go to Rafael Hernandez, right? What's your teacher name? Miss M? I'm just going to check you out. Actually, we'll come over and check you out. You're a Pittsburgh fan. You're a Pittsburgh fan together. Got to stay connected, all these people around here, you know,
I went on to the men's meeting. This is our third men's meeting, and you know, the meeting before that, we passed out a 6-page document of all of the available vacant property or vacant lands in the city, and encouraged these guys to invest, to pool their resources, to build in the community. We also gave them pages of the goods and services that the city buys, our procurement, and encourage them to develop businesses on their own so they can get the money and the wealth that's flowing through the city of Newark. And I am always excited and happy and emotional about those meetings because I think ultimately we have to take charge of our community, our families, our city, our neighborhood, and it's a way to get that done. And so I'm very fiery at those meetings because, you know, I just love it. You know, it's a great opportunity, and those guys love it.
I want you to help yourself and your brother. Do we understand that? I gave out all of those lists for that land. 90% of the people will do nothing with that paper. Nothing. But they will complain about their plight. 90% of the people that I gave that land to won't try to get anything, any of those properties, build no land, or partner with their brother to make something happen. Most people are going to throw it in the garbage, or took it because it was the emotional and right thing to do at the time, but went home and left it somewhere and don't even know where the hell is at right now. How you doing today, man? You good? I don't want to put you on the spot or anything. I want you to, I just need the brothers to see a real person. I need them to see a real person. Because when I seen this young man, it did something to me, right? I've been talking about him for a while, but when I see him personally up front, it does something to me. Tell him your name, brother.
My name is Nicholas.
What?
Nicholas.
Nicholas. You can lift your head up, man. Come on, lift your head up. God made you special on purpose. He made you special on purpose. From the broadness of your nose to the thickness of your lips, to the braids in your hair, to the color of your skin, he made you special on purpose. Our job is to protect you. You don't have to stand up here with me if you don't want to, but I want them to see who this young man is. This is young Nicholas here. Remember, we had the first meeting and I was going off about the young brother, and nobody turned in the person yet? And we still haven't turned him in yet. This is the 6-year-old. We were 6 years old when that thing happened to him on Central Avenue. We all know what I'm talking about, right? We all know what I'm talking about, right? This is the young man. This is our little brother. Is that right? This is our nephew, our cousin. This is our family member here. Our job is to protect these babies, not put them in harm's way. Go over there with them, Nicholas. I want you to give him a pound. We love that brother. We shouldn't be victimized. He should not be victimized. Our children should not be victimized. That's why we having these meetings, so we can do something about that kind of victimization and the other kind of victimization that we do to one another.
Council of the Whole to maintain on public hearing and defer.
Defer it, let's take it.
Roll call.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes to defer.
Mandatory language, what we call an AAPO2 form, right? A certificate of employee information.
What hearing?
You go right online and you get it. You have to pay a fee for that.
Who's doing that?
You do that. Now,
What do you mean deferring it?
and all you give in minority is an opportunity, a certain percentage. You're going to do that.
Now, I just heard at the council meeting they deferred the zoning ordinance that would allow us to have affordability in these high rises that's going up around the city. Now, I got to get down there and say something about that, but I think ultimately we need to make our voices heard to let people know if we can't be a part of the development in the city, then can't nobody develop anything.
Yeah, I know. What's going on? Oh, all right. How you doing? My name is Adolfo Folk. I'll go give it to someone. Thank you, brother. Sorry about that. That's my brother called Men of Excellence. Here you go, brother. I know. Thank you, big brother. Thank you for your time, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Then I ended my day at the council meeting, which was like, drama and, frustrating, even depressing.
Just change the order of business, voted against the thing, and then turned it back. They knew I was going to be down at this thing. It's horrible. It's just so bad. So bad. So bad.
Madam Clerk, a 5-minute recess. 5-minute recess.
Yeah, I'm just going outside, man. I wasn't even going to say nothing. I'm going outside. I believe that if we do not have the ability, I don't care how flawed people say it is, because the people that are yelling that this is flawed are not yelling against 30 stories. They're not yelling against 40 stories. Right? So at the end of the day, we need to vote on all of these things, right? So if you want to approve that, you must approve inclusionary zoning. You have to. You must. Let me tell you why. And I don't want to. Let me tell you why.
I wrote a report on it, published yesterday in Trenton.
So
that's right, Mayor.
There are a bunch of students in our city, right, that we tell to go to school. Right now, and Rutgers has 60% of their incoming class. It now is increased 60% of Newark residents in their incoming class. Increased in the last 3 years. So those are Newark residents that are going to those schools that are going to graduate with these degrees, right? If we do not have a place for them to live and a place for them to work, which is why we don't hire by live, they're going to leave our city. There's going to be a brain drain of young people in this city who will find somewhere else to go because they don't have opportunity to live in the city of Newark, right? We have to provide that, as well as a bunch of working class people that live here that do not have to make $50,000. That's not true. You know, as you can see on Haynes, you have to make as low as $19,000. There's probably people lower than that.
Or it's vital around train stations. Right? Anywhere in this country, you look at any plan, that's what they're going to tell you. Transit-oriented development around train stations.
Not true. Not true. Not true. It's a national crisis, actually.
Did I just interrupt you when you were speaking? I've been here since 1981. I can tell you that 90% of the land we're talking about.
You know, people conflated and confused the issues around MX3, around high-rise development on the waterfront and inclusionary zoning, and that confusion caused a lot of drama and chaos. Unfortunately, I mean, these are rough times, and we're gonna push through. And we just have to be clear in the era of Trump that our unity is like an atomic bomb.